Hello, hello, and welcome back. My name is Andrea if you're new here, and today we're going to do my October book wrap-up and my November TBR. I just thought I could bring you along and show you guys the little update because I haven't done one of these in a little bit. So, first book I read in October, The Last Thing He Told Me. This book is about Owen Michaels and his disappearance, and then his wife and daughter are kind of stuck in his little web of lies and hiding and deception, are forced to kind of put the pieces together and figure out what happened, what really went down, and where he is. I rated this book a 4-star. I gave it like a 4.5. It was just such an interesting concept, but the ending was so cliffhangery. Like, it doesn't really wrap up anything, it just kind of leaves you wanting more. So I'm hoping that if I watch the show, maybe there'll be more of a conclusion. It was like a mystery, romance, family, all those kinds of little topics. Next book I read was The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I gave this one a 3-star. It was pretty decent. It had a weird trope. Basically, she died and had 24 hours in this library to pretty much see all of her memories. And it was just this weird experience where she would have to go back and see certain trauma. She'd have to go see what her life could have been in these other worlds and these other lives. And it was just kind of a lot to really understand. I feel like it doesn't really explain what's going on as much as I would have liked. But I liked the idea of it and how interesting it was. So that was kind of interesting. And I definitely, if you like the kind of book like they both die at the end, that's kind of what this is a little bit. The next book I read was Travis. This pretty much follows Travis Hale, who is Archer's brother, and basically just follows his life with his romance and his job. Kind of leaves off years after Archer and what's-her-face have kids, and like he's kind of like the uncle, whatever. So it's like a few years past Archer's voice, and he's like finding his own love story. He's dealing with everything in the city and also trying to figure out what he wants for his future. So this one was a good little kind of following Archer's voice, and it gives you that detail on Travis. I gave this one a 4-star because I liked how it connected, and it's definitely one of those books that's worth reading if you liked Archer's voice, but it's not like a special read if you don't care. Last book I read was Homebody by Rupi Kaur. I read this one at work. We sell it at my job, and so I just read it while I was working. Her poetry is so questionable. I give it a 2-star. There was one that was literally like, I'll see if I can find the picture and I'll put it up if I do have it, but it's just very weird. For the month of November, I've already read a few books, but I do have a little TBR of 3 more books that I want to read. Unfortunately, this one's been on the TBR for a while. I did start it. I'm on page 101, but I did just get the audiobook, so I think I'm going to crank this one out sometime soon because I'm going to listen so that it makes more sense. Siege and Storm is the second book of the Shadow and Bone series trilogy. The season just came out a little while ago, like at the beginning of the year, and I watched the show, but I really just have to crank this one out also. I'm on page 90, so I have started them. It's those books that you just like have to pick up and read the whole thing or you'll never finish, and I just haven't had the time to get through this one yet. So these 2 books are like a must finish in the month of November. I know we're almost halfway through already, but I need to get through them. The last book on my TBR for November is Maybe Meant to Be by Kale Walther. This one just came out a little while ago, I want to say. I'm not sure, but I'm going to read you the synopsis. There's 4 characters involved, I believe. Even though Charlie seems to have a new girlfriend every month and Sage never had a real relationship, their friends and family all know it's just a matter of time till they realize they're actually in love. When Luke shows up on campus, his presence shakes things up. Charlie and Luke are drawn to each other, giving Sage the opportunity to spend time with Mick. So it's like a little love square. So I'm really excited to read this one in between the 2 more serious books, you know, just as a little break. But this is the November TBR. I'm so excited to read. I love reading, and I'm so excited to crank these books out. I'm almost at my goal, 35, because I need 7 more books this year. So I'm almost there to get my goal of 42 books this year. So I'm hoping that I can get through it. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you want to see these every month. What you're feeling. And I will see you guys in the next one.